This was cool. I saw Chael Sonnen post about you. It's like a appreciation post.
What?
Yeah, he did it like a day ago. I'll just play this part of it. You can watch it the whole thing later, but it's all like positive stuff. So
I'm telling you now, and I won't. You have the debate of how he would have done with Kane. But Brendan coming out saying I was going to surprise Kane doesn't mean he's claiming that he was going to beat Kane. But he would have been Kane's biggest challenge. That is absolutely true. I saw with my own eyes. Brendan Schaub would have been Kane's biggest challenge. And if you find yourself in a fight harder than you thought it was going to be, things unravel. And so to Brendan's point that I would have surprised Kane, he would have surprised Kane. And you want to know one person who was aware that this was happening, because California is only so big. You want to know one person that was hearing, hey man, you better be watching this Brendan Schaub. You better be watching him. Don't just look at number 2 and 3 and 4 ranked guys. You better be watching this Brendan Schaub. You want to know one guy that knows that? Kane.
pretty cool clip.
Yeah, I love Chael. He didn't have to do that. Why did he do it?
Just randomly. It's like came out of nowhere.
Yeah, with that, I appreciate it, Chael. I love you, brother. I trained with Chael forever, and he saw me go against other guys. With Rogan and Callan, the internet just in general, even with Rogan, like I adore Rogan, right? He's like an older brother to me. He's been so helpful. At that moment, too, like I wouldn't offend Rogan and go, dude, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Now, you guys, not you guys, but the people out there will go, but Rogan's watched thousands of fights. He knows the fight game. Agree. And so do I. The difference is like you're not in the training rooms. You're not, he hasn't, and it's just, this is how it goes. But I would never disrespect Rogan like, dude, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Because there's analysts, right? There's fight analysts. And Rogan has, he has high level kick or karate, that he's competing, but it's not professional to the level of the UFC. Whether you're on the prelims or the main card, if you're in the UFC, you're a professional mixed martial artist at the highest level. Now go even further with that, and I was fortunate to be ranked in the top 10 and fought some of the biggest names in sport, fought some of the biggest cards in sport, Ultimate Fighter finale, right? So there's analysts that watch the fights, right? And then there's those that actually do it. And you're in the training rooms and the everyday thing. So I know how good Chael Sonnen is. I know how good Michael Bisping is. When I tell you I know how good John Jones is, I'm not telling you because I've watched the same highlight videos or I sat down with my friends at Buffalo Wild Wings and watched his fight against Gus Finn. I'm telling you this because I was in there with him inside a cage. And I've gone against the very best in the world for years. And I know how those guys stack up. And I know how I stack up. I know. So when I say Cub Swanson, best I've ever seen, I know maybe some of you are new and, oh, he's this guy that used to do comedy. He's this dad now and does trucks and cool. But there was a time when I was undefeated on a 4-fight win streak. And I went to Greg Jackson's, and I've been with everyone. GSP, Wonder Boy, Shane Carwin, Nate Marquardt in his heyday, Dwayne Ludwig, Elliot Marshall, Rashad Evans, Donald Cerrone, Leonard Garcia. I mean, I can keep going. Then when I come to California, the list gets bigger. Verdum, Gustus Finn, Volkov, Pat Cummins, Mark Munoz, Bisping, Chael Sonnen, Ishii, Tony Ferguson, Strickland was with us for a short time. I mean, the list is wide. And then from there, and then I'd cross-pollinate, and I'd go here, I'd go all over, man. National Wrestling Team, University of Northern Colorado, Colorado Springs. I've seen it all. All this to say, and I know people are like, oh, Rogan did what he thought was right, agree 100%, and thank God Rogan did that to a certain extent. But also, if that Rogan wasn't such a close friend, I would have said, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I've been doing this day in, day out with the best in the world. I know exactly how I stack up against these guys. So that's where I'm going. Me going, I think you'd be surprised, is me going, you kind of don't know the way the sausage is made. Now you've seen it, but I'm talking the way the sausage is made being on those mats. Lyoto Machida, Anderson Silva, Khalil Roundtree, Gilbert Burns, Bigfoot Silva. So my career went Colorado, those monsters, Albuquerque, Jackson's, to California, all of Southern Cal, during the very Cron Gracie, Machida. I mean, you're talking the who's who, man. Every day going against them. So I know how I stack up. Mm-hmm. Going from that, and then I go to Florida. You know, all the monsters in Florida, went with all those guys. So I've never really talked about it. When I go, I think you'd be surprised. That's not me being like, oh, I don't know, man. I believe in myself. No, I'm telling you, I think you would be surprised. Because when it comes to this, like the inner workings of being a professional athlete at this level, you would be surprised. That's what I meant by that. No disrespect at all. My dearest friends, yeah, you'd be surprised, dude. Because again, it's different. John Anik, adore him. These guys that break down the fights, Luke Thomas, one of my favorite people. Ariel, my God, the best we have. When it comes down to actually what's going on inside there, I've walked through that fire. No disrespect at all. I think you guys would, that's what I mean, would be surprised. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Chael said the same thing. He was just saying, like, you guys don't know what he's done in the gyms.
Yeah.
Like, he did some crazy shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Chael. It's crazy, man. I don't know why he did that. I don't know what sparked that, but I love Chael. He's one of the best. You think Chael knows what he's talking about? You know? Yeah. I mean, and that's why when I talk even if guys talk shit about me in the past, if I've trained with them, like, now they talk shit about, like, Bisping, dude. I was blown away by Bisping, dude. And it was kind of at the tail end of his career. In the training room, I saw him go with Heron, Henner. They couldn't submit. I couldn't believe, like, his cardio. And I remember it's such a blessing, dude. I wouldn't change anything about my career, about my life. It was such a blessing being around that and be able to see it. Like, you guys know Bisping, for the guy that lost his eye, became champ and beat Luke Rockhold on a short notice fight. And he's the biggest star in European history, right? Or London history, for that matter. He's the one who sparked the whole wave.
He was at one point.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, he's the reason. Ultimate Fighter winner, like, it's Bisping. Dude, and again, I know I'm not GSP, I'm not John Jones, whoever the fuck you watch on YouTube, but I've been in there. I put in the 10,000 hours with the very best in the world. And for a guy to shock me takes a lot. Bisping, Cub Swan, like Bisping, I was like, holy, this guy doesn't stop. The amount of volume and just his work ethic. I was like, in my head, I'm like, that's why he's a world champion. That's it. That's why. Dude, I mean, and to be an outlier with those monsters is so hard to do. To be an actual outlier where guys go, Jesus Christ, man, take it down a notch. Tony Ferguson sparred all the rounds with us. We spar all the time, sparred all the rounds. And then on the heavy bag, running laps. I'm like, what the fuck is this guy drinking, dude? In outliers, dude. So for those guys, they're like, there's certain times in my career where you're just like, oh my God. Gustafsson. When Alexander Gustafsson, when I went down to his camp and Dominic Cruz is there and Gustafsson's there and these other heavyweights there and we're on the same 165 card, I knew Gustafsson was good, seen some videos, and I get in there with him. And I think I said on Firing the Kid, I said, I guarantee you Gustafsson takes John down. Because I've trained with both of them. And I felt Gustafsson's hips. I didn't watch Gustafsson's hips on YouTube. I didn't look up old highlight videos or hear rumors on forums. I shot a single on him and chain wrestled with him against the cage and sparred rounds after rounds with the guy. And I've done that with Olympic athletes at the wrestling level. I've done it with GSP, Rashad Evans, Shane Carwin, Ron Waterman, some of the Justin Gaethje, the highest level. And I saw Gustafsson's hips. I went, holy fuck, he's going to take John down. Again, that's not. I think he can't take it on. No, I've gone rounds with John. I've gone rounds with Gus Finn. Holy fuck, his hips are insane. His timing is insane. He's gonna take John down. That's where that comes from. That's all it is. It's awesome. It's awesome. And thank God Rogan had that conversation. Because let's say I go on to fight. Let's say I go on to fight. I lost to Travis. They give me another name, right? I was kind of a name, so I'm not going to get a nobody. They give me a name. I beat that guy. I choke him out. I starch him. Then I win one more, right? And then I get to Kane. It just delays everything. Who knows what injuries I get, whatever. It delays everything. So who knows if there's any fighter in the kid? Who knows if there's any Schaub show? Any of this stuff. Live stand-up, live podcast, my entire thing that I've built that I pay for my family. I don't get punched in the face anymore. I can do my passion with the trucks and all that stuff is from Rogan telling me. I think you'd be surprised. I know that, oh, dude, you got roasted by... No. He did me a fucking solid, dude. That's what friends do. He knew I was 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Yes, thank God he did that.
Thank God for me too. I mean, thank God he did it for me too. I got a career.
This whole thing, who knows?
I have a career because of it.
Yeah, because all of us do, dude, because of him. And it's like, could I have kept going? Of course, man. I feel, it's the fighter heart, man. I feel like I'd fight right now. I ran 2 miles this morning. Fucking flying, dude. Lifting, 225. I mean, I'm on the sauce, but still, dude. Like I bust out 225, no warm up, knock out 30 like it's fucking Skittles. Couldn't do that one as a fighter. But again, I'm gonna be slower, but I feel like I can fight right now. But so that never goes away. But if I would have stuck around, who knows? Maybe a little more CTE, maybe blown out knee. Thank God I have no injuries. All my football years, all the fighting years, no injuries, dude. It's uncommon. It's uncommon. Now, is it because I started lifting when I was 6? Maybe. Say it stunts your growth? Well, I disagree. I'm gigantic.
Yeah.
But all I'm saying is thank God he did that. Because if I would have gone down that road and I don't meet Brian, fighting the kid doesn't start, which is so much fun. My life's insane, dude. It's such a blessing. And I can spend time with my kids, and it all worked out, dude. But if I would have kept fighting, and let's say me and Kane have a battle, I go back and forth, but he beats me, and then I don't start this whole podcast thing. It said, who knows? I'm fucking holding mitts at a UFC gym, It's tough. That's what you don't want.
No, it's a blessing.
Super blessing. Forever in debt to him. Love him like a brother. He knows this. But that, I've never talked about it. That's why I said you'd be surprised. It's not like, it's like, no, you.
Yeah.
That's it. Shout out to Chael.
Yeah.
I didn't know he did that. That's so cool. Didn't know he was going to do that. I don't know why he did it, but
He just popped up in my feed.
cool to see some positivity once in a while,
Yeah.
That's cool. And he would know, he would know.
That's what he said.
He would know. Yeah, so I miss nothing about fighting. I miss those days. The driving was fun. I was with my coach, Tony Jeffries. We drive down, we talk the whole time about life, whatever. You jump out, you warm up, and then, I'm with the boys. I miss that. Run around, warming up. It's sparring day. I miss that. Then driving back to run laps around Santa Monica College. I miss that. Just different time,